In Silicon Valley, 1 in 10 companies succeed. That means there are 9 in 10 companies don't go anywhere after they get created. They don't go anywhere because not because they didn't have a good idea or they didn't have a good market. One of the major point I have seen is they didn't plan it well how they are going to execute the project, mainly in the financial sense. If you look at it, there are many resources as well as project related costs need to be accounted when you are planning a project. Many of the people look at it very short term minded and looking at immediately and go and spend the money. In today's article, I am going to talk about 3 areas which needs to be considered at the beginning and throughout the project, as well as at the end of the project to execute a project successfully. The first one is hiring the right resources and paying for that. When hiring the resources, you need to make sure you budget such a way you can pay for the right resources and right amount of money. When I look at hiring people, I always looked at it three things. The first one is you want experienced people who have been in the market and who have experienced this in a successful way most of the time, as well as they have seen some setbacks and they were able to recover from that. So you need to hire people, and that should be few of them with very good experience in this market. So I have gone and hired about people with 20 plus experience. But on the other hand, even though they come with experience, you don't want to have people with a rigid mind. What that means is you want people who will be able to learn new technology and willing to work with younger people and adjust to that. So you need to find that balance, but you need to have few good, well-experienced people to go after. That is the first one. The second one is you need specialists. What a specialist is that who have deep knowledge about the technology, who can focus, put their head down and execute to your plan. So there are people who have done sometime PhDs or have done very deep analysis and deep knowledge about this particular area. So you want to go and make sure you hire some of them. Again, you don't want to have too many specialists, but you want to have few of them who can help you achieve that. The third one is fresh graduate or the recent graduates who have less than 5-year experience, who can take you to the and take any activities and go and build product for you. These people, you can mold them the way you want, as well as they will bring new technology and new ideas from college as well as from their experiences. So you want to have these 3 kind of people: experienced people, specialist, and fresh or recent graduate. By having all 3 of them together in a proportional way, you will be able to successfully go and execute. So you need to budget accordingly to be able to hire all these people. Few experienced people and some specialists and many recent or fresh graduate. So that way the team can balance and execute well. The second one is when you are building complex product, you want to be able to use tools which are industry standard, which will give productivity as well as it will help you create product without as much as errors. So mainly when I was building hardware product, we had to build these product with some tools, because when we go into the next phase of manufacturing, it can be spent millions of dollars. You want to be able to spend some hundreds of thousands of dollars and get these tools which will help you. So you need to go and budget accordingly to find right tools which to balance with your resources to be able to deliver quality product. So that is the first one. The second part of the the external resources is you may need some special talented people which is not part of your team to augment the team. So you need to be able to go and hire these people. Why you don't hire these permanently is because you say you have a 12-month project, these people may be only needed for 2 to 3 months. So you don't want to pay them for 12 months. So you find these specialists, you may have to pay a little extra, but having them come and help through the project, it will help you while you don't have them in the budget for longer term. So it is important to buy the good and capable tools, as well as find external resources who can help you achieve the results you are looking for. The final item is, now you have the resources, you have the tools, now you have built the product. So you need to go and prototype them, build them, and then manufacture them. So when you're planning and budgeting for these products, you don't forget that third phase, because a lot of people spend time on hiring the right resources and finding the tool, and then when they are ready to go to market, they find out that they don't have enough money to go and manufacture the product. And from one point of view, from a hardware point of view, you had to build hard product and physical product, so that you need money for it. On the other hand, both hardware as well as software, when you go to market, you need to be able to give prototypes, you need to be able to go and hire people to work with customers to incorporate your product into their market. So you need to make sure you budget such a way you have money left to do the last part of it, last mile I call it, to be able to take it to the market and get enough customers. By having that customers and giving you feedback and able to scale the product, you'll be successful. So it is important when you are planning at the beginning, you set aside some money for the going to market, they call GTM, as well as manufacturing the product such a way you can take off when it hits the market and be successful. Now you heard about the three aspects of being successfully budgeting for success. If you look at it, I have been part of two very successful startups. We spent a lot of money, actually mainly me, because we had hardware component which I was responsible for. That is where we spend money. Even though I was quite young in the first company, under 30 years old, and spent tens of millions of dollars, I had planned. I hired the right people, I hired the right tools, and then I went and executed with the manufacturing and quality in mind. So in this article, hopefully you learned about planning well and budgeting such a way you will be able to have runway to the end and hit the customer. Because once you hit the customer, you may be able to go and borrow money to scale the product. But if you don't have a product, you don't have a customer. If you don't have a customer, you don't have a company. So that is this week's takeaway from me.